Well, Coach, you talked about having good friends. I've got some good friends back there. First of all, let me congratulate the real stars of the show tonight. Richard, Felicia, David, Tanya, Monica, Kate, Jackson, and Michelle. Our future is very bright in your hands. Keep doing what you're doing. It gets only more rewarding as you get older and I would say grayer, but I think I've gone beyond that now. But just can tell you that what you're doing now is fantastic and keep it up. To my fellow nominees, Joey, Gauthier, Jean-Paul, and Dr. Natalie, congratulations to all of us for being part of this, and I'm honored to be here speaking on your behalf as well, because we're all in this same game somehow together of giving our time and energy to others. My first joy is to thank my wife Adrienne and 2/3 of my offspring, Sasha and Alexa, who are here tonight. Our eldest is at university in Quebec, and she's scouting players for the Bishop's football team for Coach Austin, so she couldn't be here today. But they allow me, first of all, my children continue to grow to my amazement. They're incredible kids, and they do so without a lot of hours from Dad from time to time because of all this other stuff. And to my wife Andrea for filling in and being Mom and Dad, thank you to all of you. Probably the biggest honor in this nomination, I got whispers of about a day ago. I have the opportunity every morning to get up and go to work with a fantastic group of people. Our team at New Horizon Homes, unbeknownst to me, because it would be a difficult thing to ask people to come to this because of me. It just doesn't feel right somehow. Behind the scenes, they got together and with their own money decided to buy tickets to come here tonight. These are the kind of people I get to wake up and go to work with every day, and they're sitting over here, and I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for doing that. It was really, really touching. Of course, when I got wind of it, I paid for the table. Hey, get that out of the way. One of the great things about being a Hamiltonian is you don't have to look far for inspiration, but in some cases you have to look down. And my good friend Don McVicker, some days I wake up, stand up will you Don, just for a second, you're 2006 winner of this beautiful award. He's about 4'7", and I'm not kidding. But I was in Nova Scotia last year scouting universities with my daughter, and we went to the Nova Scotia Sports Hall of Fame. There's a whole section for Don McVicker, the power lifter. And it's no surprise to me that a man with that kind of time and energy to give back to our community started in a world of discipline that's required for powerlifting. Sometimes I get to look almost parallel for inspiration, and I see my good pal Ron Foxcroft, who is also a former winner here tonight. And Ron, the alarm goes off in the morning, and sometimes you want to hit the snooze button. Most times you jump out of bed enthusiastic to get to work, and in my particular case, the alarm rarely goes off because I'm already up and out and at it. And when I'm starting to feel sorry for my energy level and what comes next, I think about my buddy Fox, who never stops. He's like the ever-ready battery, and it just continues to inspire me. So within this city, those are two small examples. There are many, many others of people who you can look up to and continue to push and continue to do better and better for our community. Two others I'd just like to pay quick tribute to. I will first thank the Royal Bank and your sponsorship of this great event, and the Chamber of Commerce and the judges for recognizing me. Your check's in the mail. Thank you. The other part of joy in my life is getting to go to work every day with the greatest guy in the world. He is here tonight with his wife Bonnie. It's my partner Joe Giacomo Donato, who not only tolerates my bad habit of volunteerism, but actually encourages it and always has my back and always does the work of two people when necessary, which is about 360 days a year. I did show up that 1 week last year, Joe. It just inspires me with his dedication and his effort to our cause, and he's just a great joy. And finally, it's a special treat to have this happen at a time when the two people who are responsible for putting me here can not only be here, but can do a round trip to from their sunny south home in Florida. My parents, Marty and Larry Paikin, who flew, I think it landed at 3:40 or something in Toronto, got in a taxi with no winter coats because they didn't expect to come back till April. And when they heard about this, the first thing I said is, don't you dare come back, because if you do, I'm guaranteed to not be standing up here saying thank you. But they persevered because the honor is really in being part of this event, and it is just so much more meaningful to do that with you two here. Thank you very much for the effort, for being here, and for making it. You know, my partner Joe and I put our heads together, and we said, looking at that little corner of Bay and Robinson where I learned to play squash thanks to my parents, and housed one of the oldest, if not the oldest, indoor tennis courts in the world. And we said, do we take a stab at downtown Hamilton, or don't we, in this condominium game, which is a big risk? Our head office is in downtown Hamilton because then Regional Chair Terry Cook said, we need more follically challenged people in downtown Hamilton. And we need them to come and run businesses, and you're the only one I know, so put your business in downtown Hamilton. And we took a chance back then in 1995, and we're coming up to being downtown for 20 years and proudly downtown. But when we looked at this opportunity to do we or don't we build in this great city, there weren't a lot of places to point and say, you know, it can work, because it hadn't worked in a long, long time. I often say that the last newly built condominium building of any substance in downtown Hamilton is the one my parents bought in the late 80s. And so here we are 20 years later, do we or don't we? And we put our heads together and we said, you know what? You just feel a certain something in this city, and it's turned the corner and it's on the way up. And we took a risk, and it was a big risk, and we have been rewarded for that. And I think it feels better to say that we were able to do it here in our hometown, where it matters a lot. To me, this matters a lot because of that great team that represents this, and my parents and family who represent this. Thank you very much for your patience and your attendance. It was really a great thrill. Thank you.
Congratulations, Jeff.